The meaning of non-communicable diseases. So the diseases which cannot spread from one person to another are called non-communicable diseases. The most severe non-communicable diseases are cardiovascular diseases, cancers, diabetes, and chronic lung diseases. So basically, if a person is suffering from any one of this disease, it doesn't spread from this person to another person. Now, some of the non-communicable diseases are caused due to deficiency of a particular nutrient. So, if a person doesn't have a balanced diet and if a particular nutrient is not in proper proportion, the person is bound to suffer from non-communicable disease. Here, we have given an example of protein deficiency diseases. So, if a person doesn't have protein in adequate amount in his diet, he is bound to suffer from deficiency diseases like kwashiorkor or marasmus. But this disease won't spread from that person to another person. So these are non-communicable diseases. Now let's see the causes of deficiency diseases. The first one is the lack of a nutrient in the diet over a long period of time causes deficiency diseases. It means to say that if the diet is not balanced, means if it doesn't have the constituents in proper proportion for a very long period of time, it may result into a deficiency disease. And the second one is sometimes the body's inability to absorb nutrients from the food also causes deficiency diseases. Means even if the diet is balanced, all the constituents are in proper proportion, still the person might suffer from deficiency disease if his or her body is not able to absorb those nutrients. So basically we are going to focus on deficiency diseases caused due to lack of certain vitamins and minerals. So in this slide you can see vitamin A, vitamin B, vitamin C, vitamin D, vitamin E and vitamin K. But we are going to focus on deficiency diseases caused due to lack of vitamin A, vitamin B, vitamin C and vitamin D. Well, on the right hand side you can see in this slide that there are some minerals given over there. They are magnesium, selenium, iron, zinc, iodine, manganese, calcium, copper, potassium and phosphorus. Well, we are going to focus on deficiency diseases caused due to lack of calcium, iodine and iron in this topic. Now this slide shows pictures of the food sources which are rich in vitamin E. They are carrot, pumpkin, papaya, mango, milk, egg yolk and some vegetables. So basically if you observe, all the bright colored fruits are rich sources of vitamin E. Now, if a person has a diet which is deficient in vitamin A, is bound to suffer from a disease that is night blindness. So, what is night blindness? The word itself tells that the person is not able to see when it becomes dark. So, basically the symptoms are a person is not able to see in dark, the eyes turn out to be dry, the skin turns out to be dry. Now in this slide you can see that there are two pictures which are shown in comparison. So basically they depict that a person with normal vision will be able to visualize the objects clearly even when it is dark. But a person who suffers from night blindness will not be able to visualize the objects clearly when it becomes dark. B vitamin are a class of water-soluble vitamins that play important role in cell metabolism. So basically it is referred to as vitamin B complex. And the rich sources of vitamin B are sprouts, cereals, unpolished rice, milk, nuts and meat. If a diet is deficient of vitamin B, a person suffers from a disease named beriberi. The various symptoms that are observed when a person suffers from deficiency of vitamin B are weak muscles and nerves. A person might get cramps, is tired easily, and might feel dizzy. The rich sources of vitamin C are obviously the citrus family. That is the fruits which belong to citrus family. They are orange, lemon, tomato, amla, grapes, guava, kiwi and strawberry. So these all are rich sources of vitamin C. If the diet is deficient of vitamin C, a person suffers from a disease named scurvy. The symptoms of scurvy are wounds take longer time to heal and gums bleed easily. The rich sources of vitamin D are vegetables, oils and fish oils. Please remember, sunlight helps in making vitamin D in our body. So, we should expose ourselves in the morning for 7 to 8 minutes to the sunlight so that we get enough amount of vitamin D. If a diet is deficient in vitamin D, then a person suffers from rickets. So you can see in this presentation that the legs have become bow-shaped. So they are called bowed legs, as well as the chest is referred to as pigeon chest. So if the diet is deficient in vitamin D, rickets is a disease which the child suffers from. This kind of disease especially happens in young age. The rich sources of calcium are egg, fish, meat, milk and milk products. Now, if our diet is deficient in calcium, a person will suffer from osteoporosis. So we see in this presentation, the bone become thinner and weaker with osteoporosis. And mainly you can see the hips, the wrist and the spine, they become affected because of osteoporosis. And over time, bones in the spine can become thin and collapse, causing a person to hunch over. The rich sources of iodine are iodized salt, seafood, seaweed and fish. If the diet is deficient in iodine, a person will suffer from a disease that is goiter. The symptoms seen in this presentation are that the neck gets swollen if a person suffers from goiter. The rich sources of iron are grapes, dates, bananas, spinach, jaggery, liver, apple and beetroot. If a diet is deficient in iron, the person suffers from anemia. And the symptoms shown when a person suffers from anemia are the person gets tired easily, looks pale and unhealthy. And there are more symptoms like the person gets frequent headaches, insomnia, that is he cannot sleep so easily, shortness of breath, fatigue, as I said, tiredness, dizziness means the person faints, so difficulty in concentrating, etc. So this slide is in short the summary of all the nutrients which we have learned up till now, that is vitamin A, vitamin B, vitamin C, vitamin D and minerals like calcium, iodine and iron. So which are the rich sources which will provide these nutrients And if our diet is deficient of these nutrients, which are the different diseases that will suffer from and what are the symptoms seen? Basically, all these diseases can be cured if intervened in time with the help of supplements provided as well as by correction of the diet.